Hello, welcome to another TA Tech Tip. In this tech tip, we would like to show you how to set up a compression geometry on a Discovery Hybrid Rheometer for DMA testing. The Discovery Hybrid Rheometer is capable of performing both shear testing and axial DMA mode testing on samples. To perform a compression measurement, we need to use a parallel plate geometry. First of all, in Trio software, toggle off the Smart Swap so the instrument will not automatically load a shear mode geometry file. Then, attach this parallel plate geometry to the instrument upper shaft. From Trio software geometry list, select Compression as the testing geometry. Since this same parallel plate geometry can do both shear and compression measurement, it is important that the operator select the correct geometry name for the correct type of test. For shear testing, the operator should select parallel plate geometry. Then the instrument will move under shear deformation mode. For compression testing, the operator should select compression geometry, so the instrument will move in axial compressive mode. If this compression geometry file has not been created previously, then the operator will need to create this geometry file before performing any compression testing. Under the geometry list, click on Add New Geometry. Then select Compression from the bottom of the list. Please note that this compression geometry will only be available if the instrument has the DMA mode key enabled. Choose the correct sample dimension, for example cylindrical, and the correct temperature control system. Follow the procedure to finish creating this geometry file. Then Trios will lead you to perform the geometry calibration. For geometry gap temperature compensation calibration, the operator needs to select the same temperature range and same heating rate as it is required for testing the sample. However, if the compression measurement is conducted at an isothermal temperature, then this calibration step is not needed. Next, geometry alignment and mapping calibration. The first step is to read the alignment position. From the instrument control panel, under the motor control bar, click on this Go to Home Position icon and move the motor to its home position. Then from Trio software, click on Read. After this is done, perform axial mapping calibration on the plate. This axial mapping calibration is important for all DMA mode testing. This calibration measures the mass of the upper fixture and also linearizes the displacement output of the instrument magnetic bearing. This axial mapping will take about 3 minutes to complete. After all the calibration is completed, close this page. From the instrument control panel, perform geometry zeroing at the test start temperature. And then set the motor to the alignment position. We are now ready to use this plate for compression testing. Please note, DMA compression testing is designed to measure soft materials such as gels, foams, or rubber sheets above their glass transition temperature. For example, setting up a compression frequency sweep test on a foam sample will include 2 steps. In the first conditioning step, the operator needs to set up the appropriate initial preload force and the force tracking conditions based on sample's stiffness. Then in the second step, set up the specific frequency sweep test parameters. In this TA Tech Tip, we have learned how to set up a compression geometry on a Discovery Hybrid Rheometer for DMA testing. Please stay tuned for more helpful TA Tech Tips, and thank you for your interest.